Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month, the YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
News just in.
That's today.
And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. Jesus apply and app only.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, Chicago's credit union. Join GLCU's mission of banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Cubs home versus Baltimore. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Time now to check on who's hot and cold. Sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call the professionals. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Pete Crow Armstrong is hitting .310 over his last 15 games with 4 homers and 11 RBIs. The cold, Seiya Suzuki batting .161 over his last 15 with 1 home run and 4 ribbies. The injury report is sponsored by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Visit ibji.com for locations and services. No injuries to report for the Cubs, but they have optioned both Moises Ballesteros and Gavin Hollowell at AAA Iowa. Newcomers Willie Castro, Andrew Kittredge, and Taylor Rogers have all reported, and they're ready to go. Also, MLB has announced that Wrigley Field will host the 2027 All-Star Game. More on that next with the Commissioner on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk every morning. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Cubs fans, check out the Compound Podcast with Chicago Cubs outfielder Ian Happ. Listen as Ian takes you behind the scenes as he and his guests share what it's like to live the baseball life on Rhino.
The last Cubs Con, in the moment when he came on stage, the roar and the applause and the standing O was a really special thing. Gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
Behind the scenes talk with Chicago Cub Ian Happ, only from the Compound Podcast. Listen on the Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps or wherever you get your podcasts.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Today's Tito's Handmade Vodka Canine of the game is Sophie, an 18-year-old Bichon Frise from Park Ridge. If our team strikes out 9 players, Tito's will make a $100 donation to Anti-Cruelty Chicago. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. As we approach the top of the hour, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
It's official, Chicago. The 2027 MLB All-Star Game will be played at Wrigley Field. Keep it here for all the details on Sports Radio 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Cubs Baltimore in the opener of this 3-game set here at Wrigley Field. It's time now for our Cubs conversation. Zach Zaidman joined by Bruce Levine and the Commissioner of Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred. And Commissioner, why Wrigley Field for the All-Star Game in 2027?
Well, look, on 2027, I think my answer would be it's about time, actually. But, you know, Wrigley, obviously one of our iconic ballparks, the surrounding area, Wrigleyville, all the time time, money, and effort that the Ricketts family put into the changes that have happened, the cooperation we got from the city and the state in terms of some of our concerns, just made the timing right.
I was here for the 62 game, the 90 game. There were less concerns about safety for people during that time. Now that seems to be the major concern. Was that a big issue, Rob, for Wrigley Field to be considered safe for this game?
Well, I think it was an issue here because of the layout of the ballpark, the way it fits into the neighborhood, and I think the fact that the state and the city stepped forward on it tells you that it was an issue and we got it resolved.
What were the biggest things that you needed to clear in order to feel secure about 2027?
It was really a perimeter issue. I think the security in this ballpark is awesome once you're inside. They've always done a fantastic job, and it was really a perimeter issue.
When you look at Wrigley Field and the beauty of it, it's always been a no-brainer since they had lights in here. But when you think about the history of the game of baseball and Wrigley Field having it for 4 times, as a fan, how do you feel about that?
Look, I'm excited to be here in 2027. I was here in 1990. It was my first one. I have a soft spot for the idea of all-star games in Wrigley Field since it's your first one. But I think it's just going to be a great venue for us and allow us to really celebrate the game in a way that it deserves to be celebrated.
What can you do to celebrate baseball, Wrigley Field? Because it's more than just the All-Star game when you hold an event.
Right. I mean, the programming now, it's really 4 days of programming. The Swingman Classic, the Futures Game, the Celebrity Softball, the Draft are all additions to the program since 1990. Trust me, I think you saw it in Atlanta. Our events people will come up with a program that is fitting for Chicago, about Chicago, and it's going to be a great 4 days.
As commissioner, baseball has grown so much internationally under you. So not blowing smoke your way, but the reality is you should feel good about that. However, we always hear about the business side of it and labor issues. How do you circumvent all that and keep this a very positive look toward 2027?
Look, I think that you need to stay on the optimistic. I think when you have an issue like labor, you need to approach the process in a professional but optimistic manner. We actually have a pretty good track record over the last 25 years, and I feel confident that we can keep that track record intact.
What's your biggest challenge in negotiating this?
Oh, look, I think the biggest challenge is trying to find an agreement that works for everybody. I am a believer that there can be win-win agreements, but it takes, a certain mindset on the part of both parties, certain flexibility, and I hope we're going to find that when we get to the table.
We can't end with you without talking about Ryne Sandberg, his impact to see the number 23 on your lapel, and what was the impact for you as a player and a person?
I got to know Ryne really through the weekends at the Hall of Fame since I've been commissioner. Just a great guy, part of the sort of royalty of Major League Baseball. I think, in Cooperstown just last weekend, while it was a celebration for some great players, I think that the situation with respect to Ryne and the realization that he was near the end cast a pall over the entire group, and that's just a sign of respect for what a great player and a great man he was.
Commissioner, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Happy to do it. Thanks.
Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred. During this Orioles series, the 50-50 raffle will feature a guaranteed $50,000 jackpot. Fans in Illinois can purchase tickets at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning of each game, now through the end of Sunday's game. Coming up, the Manager's Show next on The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 on The Score.
like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Cubs Orioles at Wrigley Field. Time out of here from Cubs manager Craig Counsell, sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Here's Coon.
Counsey, we're here in your office here in Chicago the day after the trade deadline. As we both know, the trade deadline for everybody in baseball gets all this, hype and everything. But you guys acquired some new players, and what's your thoughts on some of the new Chicago Cubs you guys are gonna get here today or tomorrow?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm as a manager, it's one of my favorite days actually, because this is our team now. Right. There's no more. The trade deadline's over. These are our guys. These are our guys we're going to go to battle with and have a lot of fun with and accomplish some really cool things with together. And that's a great feeling. I think what we successfully added to this team, and we added a position player who is maybe one of the most versatile players in the league, and really. With a team that really has a pretty standard lineup, added somebody that we think we can add into the mix that can be like the sixth man almost in basketball and kind of contribute all over the field. And we will count on Willie Castro to absolutely do that. The rest was we added 3 arms that I just think increase our ability to get through the grind of the regular season, and that's Michael Soroka, Taylor Rogers, and Andrew Kittredge, 2 guys in the bullpen, and Kittredge and Rogers that are just experienced quality relievers, and I think we have now kind of provided a really good matchup bullpen where we can really put guys in the right innings to be successful. And I think so far this year, we've done that. Our lefties have been really, really good. We're adding another lefty to that mix, and I think it was important that we added a good right-handed reliever to the mix. And that's going to be really important as well. And I think he'll pitch some really important innings.
Yeah, Baltimore in town, they've had their ups and downs this season, playing a little better. But as we were just talking before we started taping your show, they've got some serious thunder and some really good players top of their lineup that have had some great success in our league.
Yeah, good young players. The first 4 players are very good young players. Holiday, Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, and Rutschman, very, very good young players. So, that's a challenging top of the lineup. They subtracted some guys from their lineup as well. They subtracted some bullpen guys. So from a pitching staff perspective, that's probably where they lost some stuff, and we'll have to, hopefully we can take advantage of that. But it's a big league baseball game. It's not easy to win big league baseball games. You never, no matter who you're playing, it doesn't really matter how you think of the team. They're going to go out and try to beat you, and they certainly have the firepower to do that.
Your lineup today here, day after the trade deadline.
Yeah, facing a lefty, so Nico's back at the leadoff spot, but standard lineup, and you're not going to see much changes in that. I think you'll see Willie in there, semi-regularly, kind of moving forward. He flew early this morning, and he's here, but he's going to. He's going to be a switch hitting bat too, so you'll see him at third base some for Matt. You'll see him probably pinch hit for Matt Shaw occasionally. You'll see him maybe play second base and move Nico over to short to give Dansby a rest, or in left field. So there's a lot of options with Willie, but today just a normal lineup.
Good luck this weekend against Baltimore.
Thanks, Coom.
That's the Manager Show. Craig Counsell. Zach, back to you.
Be forgotten. Please join us for 23 seconds of silence as we remember Chicago Cubs legend and Hall of Famer number 23, Ryne Sandberg. Thank you.
A moment of silence for the late Ryne Sandberg here at Wrigley Field. When we come back, the baseball board next on the score.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and the home of the brave.
Lauren Hall performing the national anthem this afternoon at Wrigley Field. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. It's time for baseball at Wrigley Field. Cubs, Orioles, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with the Spiegel and Holmes Show, 2 to 6 on The Score.
Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs and of accessing the future of innovation. Curious what that means? Well, since March 1999, Invesco QQQ has given investors a way to tap into the NASDAQ.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB.
It's a 3-run homer. This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Kumar with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Innings.
slam!
Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Everyone loves a fresh haircut for summer, but with the weather warming up and the kids out of school, this season is the time for making memories, not appointments. That's why you should go to Great Clips. You can use convenient online check-in to get in for a cooler, shorter haircut for less whenever you have time. Plus, their skilled salon stylists save your haircut details in clip notes, so you can get the same cut next time, no matter who you see. So, what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to enjoying summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And it's always good to be back at Wrigley Field. But today's ceremony for Rhino, a very, very special moment here at Wrigley.
It was, Ron, the great teammates of yesteryear of Ryne Sandberg, namely Sean Dunston, Rick Sutcliffe, and Jody Davis. They had a brand new second base bag. The three of them carried it out to the middle of the field near second base, removed the old previous bag, and put a brand new one in place. It's got Ryne Sandberg's name on it, Chicago Cubs logo. I couldn't see all of the details on it, but it was a very nice touch. It's bright white out at second base, and those three teammates were very dear to him. Rhino was a great teammate from all accounts, for every guy who ever played with him.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And three of his best friends that he played with did the ceremony very, very good.
Cade Horton's first pitch is outside, and away we go. Jackson Holliday hitting .261. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball is down low. Cubs wearing their Friday afternoon unis today. Powder blue shirts, white trousers, blue and white hats, red numbers on their backs. Here's a pitch outside. The count 3-0 to Holliday. The Orioles in their traveling unis, the black shirts, orange numbers, black hats with orange bills, gray trousers, and a variety of shoe colors for players on both teams. Pitch to Holliday is a strike. Ron, as you think about Cade Horton pitching for the Cubs against these Baltimore Orioles today, what's on your mind?
I think for Cade, it's always about getting himself into a good rhythm of throwing strikes.
Well, he did not do that to Holliday as he walks him to get the ball game underway, and Jordan Westberg coming up.
You know, he's got a great arm, but boy, when he gets into a rhythm throwing his fastball where he wants to and throwing a lot of early strikes, the game goes very well for him because then he gets a lot of swing and miss with his off-speed stuff along with his high fastball. So hopefully he will get back on track here and get his fastball command into the zone where he wants it.
Westberg hitting .272, right-handed batter. He'll take a strike. Cade Horton coming off of a win against the White Sox on the south side back on July 26. And he was sharp that night. Shutout ball over 6 1/3. Cubs won the game 6-1. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. And remember, Ron, it came after the Cubs had lost this series opener. So those wins after a loss are always a little extra special.
Well, you're not kidding. And the Cubs needed him to pitch a great ball game, and he did. He was in command all game.
Here's the pitch to Westberg, lifted foul off to the right, out of play. The numbers against the White Sox: 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, walked 1 and struck out 3, and again pitched shutout ball. Also pitched shutout ball his previous start on July 20 against Boston here at Wrigley. He had no decision. Throw to first, diving back in, Holliday. So he hasn't given up a run over his last 2 starts. Baltimore, 9 games below. They're in last place in the American League East. Here's the pitch, bounced slowly foul toward third. But it should be noted they recently, as of the middle of this week, Ron, had a 5-game winning streak intact. So they've been playing good ball of late.
And they get some good young talented players too. You start looking at this lineup. You know, Holiday, everybody knows about him and his father, Rutschman, an all-star. Henderson, a good player. So they've got some good young guys.
Swing and a miss. Breaking ball got him. Jordan Westberg strikes out swinging. No score, just underway. 1 away with a man at first and the batter, Gunnar Henderson.
Big difference there. Cade right away on the attack. Fastball strike. Breaking ball swing and miss. And then as the at-bat continues, breaking ball swing and miss for strike 3.
Henderson has 12 home runs, hitting .285. Left-handed batter. And he hits one foul off to the left out of play. Baltimore, I mentioned, 9 games below. One of the problems would be their offense. Here's the number 3 hitter. Not a bad batting average, but only 12 homers and 43 driven in. Those numbers are about half of what you would like to see at this stage of the season, Ron.
Yeah, and you know, and it's not that he's missed time. He's got just under 400 at-bats on the season. So he's been down just a little bit in his production.
The runner goes, the pitch low, throw to second base, one hop throw not in time. The throw by Carson Kelly was on one bounce. Dawson, or rather Dansby Swanson, had to scoop it up, and that effort prevented him the time to put a tag on the headfirst sliding Jackson Holiday, who gets a stolen base. Just underway, no score, 1 away, a man at second. 2-1 on Henderson. Pitch by Horton, hit in the air to right, curling toward foul territory. Over to take a look is Tucker, but it's back out of play. Now it's 2-2.
Wind blowing in today, now straight in from center field, so it'll knock down just about everything that's hit in the air. Earlier today, it was more blowing towards the left field corner, so it might help a ball to left. Right now, that is not the case.
And the 2-2 to Henderson. It's down low, 3-2. Cubs made the announcement earlier today that the Cubs have been awarded the All-Star Game for 2027, 2 summers away. And the payoff pitch from Cade Horton. Here it comes. It's down low, so he's walked 2 of the first 3 batters. Nobody has put the ball in play just yet. And the batter is Adley Rutschman.
And that's the one thing for all young players, you know, it's the consistency and getting out there, you know, and for Horton now, a big thing. Rutschman doesn't run all that well. See if he can get a ground ball maybe to Nico and you can turn a pair.
Here's the pitch on the way. Rutschman will take a strike. Rutschman has missed almost 40 games because of injury. And his numbers are down as a result. 8 home runs, 25 driven in, and hitting just .231. And this is their cleanup hitter. Rutschman hits a fly ball to center, playable for Crow Armstrong. He's going to make the catch, and the runners go nowhere. 2 down. No score, 2 outs, 2 on. The batter, Tyler O'Neill.
Excellent changeup by Horton, and that's the 3rd pitch that he's added as season's gone on. Kind of a split. It stays up somewhat, but a great change of speed and just gets the routine fly ball to Pete Crow Armstrong in center.
O'Neill, open stance, right-handed batter. 7 home runs, hitting .216. And the pitch in there for a strike. Good fastball. Great crowd at Wrigley. I don't see too many empty seats as we look around. It's going to be right in that 40,000 neighborhood, I would believe. Now the 0-1. Called strike 2.
Well, he dotted the outside corner at the knees with 2 in a row. This is that cross-fired kind of cut fastball that he throws, and not only does it have some cut to it, it's 97 miles an hour. That is an excellent pitch.
Perfect location, Ron, as you said. Here comes the 0-2 from Cade Horton. It's on the way. Hit in the air to right center. Pretty well hit. Back goes Crow Armstrong with a play, and he'll make the catch. The wind grabbed that ball. Tucker and Armstrong were on a bit of a collision course, but Tucker realized that Pete was calling for it.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off win.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Best Western. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Golden Pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Nico Horner takes a stride from the left-hander Trevor Rogers. No score, bottom of the first. Nico hitting a sturdy .291 as he pokes it foul. Ron, what's the game plan against the lefty Trevor Rogers?
Well, Rogers, a pretty conventional left-hander. Nothing out of the ordinary. Four-seamer, two-seamer, so he sinks it. Four-seamer, he likes to keep up in the zone. Change-up is his next best pitch, and then he'll throw a little slider, not a lot of movement on it, just a little tight slider, and then more of a breaking ball that'll go across the zone.
A little humpback liner over the mound, charging, barehanding the second baseman. Holiday makes an excellent play and throws out a hustling Horner for out number 1. That's really the only way Holiday could have made that play.
Yeah, Holiday makes an excellent play. This ball way inside on Nico. Shatters his bat in half. And normally you would say, well, when you hit a ball in that location for a guy as fast as Nico, that's going to be a base hit. When you get jammed like that, it pushes you backwards, so you don't get out of the box quick at all. And that's what happened to Nico as Holiday made a great play at second base.
No score, first inning, 1 away. Bases empty for Kyle Tucker. Lefty to lefty, Kyle takes a strike. Leadoff man was presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If a leadoff hitter gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Fastball strike 2. Tucker thought it was outside, and he has a brief word with Doug Eddings.
Yeah, that pitch is off the plate. Borderline.
Tucker hitting .276. And the pitch to Kyle. Hit in the air, right center, but it's playable. O'Neill is going to make the call and the catch. Wind blowing in today, Ron. I would say definitely it is favoring the pitchers instead of the hitters.
Boy, no doubt. Earlier today, during batting practice time, the wind was blowing more towards the left field foul pole. And as the game has started, it's blowing straight in. His first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
73 degrees at game time. Seiya Suzuki will take low and in. Game time temp sponsored by Four Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons.
Rogers will be about 93 to 94 tops. As we said, pretty conventional lefty. Speed gun today, powered by Xfinity. Gets seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Pop-up foul, playable for Mayo. The first baseman makes the catch beyond the coaching box, and the Cubs are retired in order. 1, 2, 3, on to inning number 2. 0-0 game on the...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco. A home run hit to the...
Party after party. The summer months, outdoors is where we like to enjoy having company, and the TimberTech decks have been incredible. The #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks like natural wood, but without all the costly maintenance that goes into it, you do not have to do that with TimberTech. Order free samples at TimberTech.com.
Dear summer, ready to get your adrenaline pumping? Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Toyota. Let's go places.
Cubs and Orioles scoreless, top 2 at Wrigley Field. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
Colton Cowser is leading it off here in the second inning. Cowser hitting .220. 9 home runs, 21 driven in. First pitch strike. The 0-1 pitch pulled foul by Colton Cowser. Gave you the uniform description. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Cade Horton fires. Pitch high and away. Cade off to a good, solid start in his big league career. I like his poise for such an inexperienced big leaguer, Ron. Here's the 1-2. Down low for a ball, 2-2.
Yeah, I would agree to that. There's no doubt. He's had, a lot of good outings, and when things aren't quite going his way, he just keeps pouring ball in there. One thing about him, too, he's just got a great arm.
Here's a line drive, one hopper to second, fielded by Horner. Short throw to first in time, one away, and the batter, Kobe Mayo.
And as he hasn't pitched a lot of baseball through his collegiate years and professional years so far. So as he gets more and more comfortable understanding what he really needs to do to get big league hitters out night after night and gets a little better feel, you're going to see even a better and better version of what we've got now, which is a very good one now.
Mayo takes a strike. It's a pleasant thing to watch when you see a young guy come up to the big leagues, to fit in almost immediately and to look like he feels comfortable.
Yep.
That's a rare thing, really. It doesn't happen for everyone that way.
No, it really doesn't. And he is a unique guy. There's no doubt about that.
Here comes the 1-1, lifted to right, slicing foul and out of play. There's another day game going on. Atlanta at Cincinnati. The Reds are leading 3-0. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Those two teams had a doozy of a ball game last night. I was reading about that. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Here's the 1-2. It's down low for a ball. Last night, Atlanta beat Cincinnati 12-11 in 10 innings. So you get the idea. It was kind of a wild game already. It was tied 3-3 entering the 8th inning. Atlanta scored 8 times in the top of the 8th to take an 11-3 lead. Cincinnati scored 8 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Strike 3 called, and Mayo is out number 2. Can you imagine both teams in a big league game each scoring 8 runs in the top and bottom of the 8th inning? I've never seen such a thing.
No. Nice quick inning.
I'm sure. 2 down. Here's Dylan Carlson. And the pitch on the way. Carlson takes a strike. Well, the trading deadline has come and gone. Here comes the 0-1. In there for a called strike. I would say, judging, comparing it to other years, this was kind of a quiet trading deadline session, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think that, the guys, the names that were thrown out there, in particular the pitching side, the starting pitching, all the names that were thrown out there that were available, a lot of them did not get moved. A lot of relief pitching movement. Some position players.
Carlson breaks his bat, bounces one to second. Horner's going to throw him out to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down for Cade Horton. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. 0-0 game on the score.
$50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with AutoPay plus taxes and fees. Slide 88888.
This Sunday, August 3rd, the Cubs take on the Orioles at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a Greg Maddux 1988 rain delay bobblehead presented by Reynolds Wrap. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Carson Kelly will swing and miss at the first offering by Trevor Rogers. Rogers, tall, lanky left-hander, really pitching some good ball this year. Here's a drive to deep left field. Back goes Cowser near the wall. That ball's off the fence. And it's going to be a long, loud single for Carson Kelly. Cowser played the ball very skillfully, barehanded off the wall. Kelly missed a home run by about 5 feet, I would say. It's a leadoff single for Carson.
Now Kelly right on time with this changeup, and it hits right at the top of the ivy. And it was a line drive. If it had any elevation at all, it probably lands in the basket. But it hits right below the ivy, or right below the basket. And what a play by left fielder. The ball hit the wall, one hop, he barehanded it and fired it back in and kept Kelly to a single. Nothing he could do about that.
And Cowser's run was right next to the wall, so he had to react extremely quickly to grab that ball barehanded. As Pete Crow Armstrong bats, he took outside for ball 1. The next pitch, curveball, is inside, ball 2. Pete hitting in the number 5 spot today.
Sometimes I think you just get lucky. You know, I mean, there's situations the ball slams off the wall, bounces, and right where your bare hand is, and that's what he grabbed.
A deep drive to right center field. On the run, Carlson. That ball is going to bounce up against the wall. Kelly will hold at third on a double by Pete Crow Armstrong. He hit that ball a ton in the deepest part of right center. It bounced up and hit the bottom of the basket. On most days, that's a long home run at Wrigley, but it's a double today. I'd say he got all of that one, Ron.
Yeah, he hit it right into the teeth of the wind in the right center field, and it short hops the ivy and then bounces up and hits into the basket underneath it to keep it in the field of play. I thought Carson was going to be sent, and they held him up at the last second.
Second and third, the first 2 hitters have hit the ball very hard. Kelly a single, Crow Armstrong a double. Here's Dansby Swanson chopping it foul. If you're Dansby, you got the infield about halfway in. What's your approach here?
Well, you want to stay away from that ball that's coming down and in and hooking the ground ball at the shortstop or third baseman. You really want to get a ball out over the plate that you can drive to the middle of the field. The halfway, if the infielder gets a sharp ground ball, they're going home.
Swanson swings and misses at a changeup. Now he needs to really concentrate, talking about Dansby, putting the ball in play. Swanson has 51 runs batted in. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Fastball is low. Rogers trying to keep the ball down so that any ball that's hit would stay on the infield. Big crowd ready to make some noise here at Wrigley. No score. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A tailing fastball that might have been a little bit outside, but it's out number 1. And the batter is Ian Happ.
Now a little four-seam fastball away, and Dansby chased that one. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Happ hitting 7th in the order, hitting .228, batting right-handed. Hits a drive into right field. Coming in is O'Neill, shallow right, makes the catch. Kelly's going to try to score. The throw is going to be offline. Scoring on the play, Carson Kelly. Advancing to third, Pete Crow Armstrong. Cubs lead 1-0. Ian Happ gets the sacrifice fly. A good throw probably would have had Kelly at the plate.
Yeah, O'Neill does not get off a very good throw at all. This ball is not very deep, and the wind is bringing it in. He grabs this ball in a, I would say somewhat short right, and really does not take a good, crow hop step and throw. He kind of shuffles his feet, almost like an infielder would, and throws the ball, and the ball kind of sails on him up the line. Not a very strong throw. I recall O'Neill having a better throwing arm in St. Louis when he was there in left field, but that one was not a great throw.
Michael Busch pops one up, shallow center. Drifting in is Carlson, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. Cubs get a run on a couple of hits, leave 1 after 2. Cubs 1, Baltimore 0. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling.
Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
Sunny, temperature in the low 70s here at Wrigley Field this afternoon, and surprisingly, the wind blowing in. It's August 1st. It's not supposed to happen. The pitch. And a ground ball, a hit to short, fielded by Shaw. There's one as he throws to second, and Swanson's relay to first is in time. Double play, 5-4-3, 2 away.
Well, that play's going to go 5-6-3.
Yes, correct. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. The ball, with the way the defense kind of shifts, Shaw playing in the hole between short and third, and this ball smoked at him, and he reverse pivots. As he catches this ball, you got to reverse pivot. And the thing that he does very well is he gets his feet underneath him, as that pitch swung on and missed by Jackson, and throws a strike to second base. Then Dansby is able to just gather himself, catch, and play catch with Bushy. Excellent double play for the Cubs.
Jackson hits one on the ground off the glove of Shaw, who's trying to backhand it behind the bag. Ball quickly retrieved by Swanson in foul territory to hold Jackson to first. That was a smash that ate up Shaw behind the bag at third.
Yeah, ball hit sharply, second hop, and it looks like to me here seeing a replay, Shaw got a little bit out of whack with his feet, where his last step before got real long on him, and he could have probably taken one more step and then fielded that ball, but it hit him in the right foot when he was all stretched out, so I think that's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, they're giving him a single. Jackson Holiday at the plate, and he looks at a strike, a fastball on the outer half, 0-1.
Here's where it's key. You got to keep Holiday in the ballpark. Wind not blowing nearly as hard right now as it has earlier in the ballgame.
Throw to first, just getting back in safely ahead of the tag by Bush is Jackson.
And as I say that, the wind picks up. Very gusty here today at Wrigley. So it's kind of, Pat talks about this some too, is timing of when you hit the ball, with the wind gusts.
The runner goes. Here's the 0-1. It's outside. Throw to second. In time. Tag applied by Swanson. Beautiful throw by Carson Kelly. Caught stealing 2-6. And that ends the top half of the fifth inning. Cubs with a 1-0 lead over the Orioles. Middle five on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi and Harris, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on the Score.
Change is always happening.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
The home run and RBI leader, 42 bombs this season for Raleigh to go along with 88 RBIs. Last of the fifth here at Wrigley Field. Cubs with a 1-0 lead over Baltimore. Dansby Swanson at the plate, and the first pitch by Trevor Rogers is outside for ball one. A slider that missed. Swanson struck out swinging in the second. He's 0 for 1. Right-handed batter stands deep in the box, hits out of a crouch. He uses a toe tap. Rogers, the lefty, deals a swing and miss at a fastball, 1-1. Rogers faces home plate, acknowledges the sign from Rutschman and delivers. Ground ball hit deep in the hole at short, fielded via a backhand by Henderson, and his throw to first is in time. Swanson's retired, one away here in the last of the fifth with the Cubs up 1-0.
Little change up away. This ball starts out about mid-tie, and by the time it's in the hitting zone, it's down at the knees, fading down and away. Dansby just out front, hooked that two-hopper right to short.
So now Ian Happ stands in, switch hitter batting from the right side. Happ sacrifice fly in the second, giving the Cubs a 1-0 lead. And that's where we stand here in the bottom of the fifth. The first pitch inside for ball one, a fastball. Rogers works his motion and deals, and Happ takes a ball up high, 2-0.
All opponents' pitching changes, sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com.
Now the 2-0. Happ grounds one to short. Fielded between the legs by Henderson. His throw across is in time, 2 away. Cubs turned a double play in the top half of the fifth inning, and that's a reminder that double plays turned by the Cubs defense, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at nissanusa.com. Michael Busch will stand in with 2 down here in the last of the fifth. Cubs 1, Orioles 0, the opener of a 3-game set. Busch flat out to center his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup. Rogers is ready, and the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner, a fastball, 0-1. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. And the 0-1. Busch looks at a ball outside, 1-1 the count. Check it out, Cubs fans. The Blues Alt Collection is here. New pieces inspired by Chicago's musical heritage. As Busch swings and misses at a slider, 1-2. Caps, jerseys, apparel that celebrate the city's Blues legacy. Shop the collection at ivyshop.com or the Cubs store at Gallagher Way. The Cubs wearing those alternate baby blue jerseys here today.
I love what they did with that logo for the Cubs.
Called strike 3. Fastball right along the outer edge at the top of the zone. Cubs go down in order here in the fifth. It's a 1-0 lead for the Cubs over Baltimore as we head to inning number 6 on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So one of us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly
cheesesteaks. Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon. Dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 at Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at suits2020.com.
Jackson Holliday stands in for the Orioles to begin the top half of the 6th inning. Cubs have a new man on the mound, Caleb Thielbar. And the first pitch is low and outside. Cade Horton leaves after 5 innings. Pat did not allow a run. Gave up 2 hits, walked 3, and struck out 3. Cubs with a 1-0 lead.
Right you are, Zach. Here's a pop-up foul. Might be playable. Shaw over near the third base dugout. No play for Matt. Jackson Holliday has walked and singled. Baltimore had 2 men on with 1 away in the first. That was their best scoring chance. But 5 shutout innings for Cade Horton. It's his game to win. Each team with only 2 hits. Holliday takes a breaking ball for a strike 1 and 2. We'll be right back out here again tomorrow and Sunday. 3 straight day games at 1:20 before the Reds arrive on Monday night. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball should be playable. Left center. Crow Armstrong is waiting and squeezing. The ball is just not carrying to the middle of the diamond at all.
Yeah, that ball hit much better than what the results showed as Pete goes to left center and then has to come in. We were talking earlier about the announcement of the All-Star Game 2027. I was looking around as in between innings at all the bunting and everything, and I was here this morning for the announcement of it. Crane emceed it with Ricketts' family.
Bouncer back to the mound, charging as Thielbar throws to first in time. A big high hopper about halfway between the mound and the plate, and that's out number 2.
But our mayor and the governor were here. There are a lot of people here early this morning, and I just thought about, is there a better venue in Major League Baseball right now that you could say represents what baseball is all about better than Wrigley Field right now?
Absolutely not.
I just said, I looked around and I thought, Old Yankee Stadium was one of them places. Fenway is definitely one of them places, but Old Yankee Stadium is no longer. It's a beautiful new ballpark, but it doesn't have this. And I just looked around, and Craig Kenny did a great job this morning emceeing everything, but very nice ceremony today. And, there are a lot of people here, and just looking out at Wrigley, I was just thinking what this place is going to look like for an all-star game. It's going to be something special.
Here comes the 0-2 now from Thielbar down low. First all-star game since 1990, I believe, which by 2027, that'll be 37 years. There's only 30 teams in the big leagues. It seems like the game should be at Wrigley at the very least once every 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Anyway, strike 3. Gunnar Henderson is out, number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Thielbar. Nicely done. We go.
You've been grinding it out all summer, Taurus, so a retreat into the clubhouse could be your best move to keep you strong for the rest of the season. It can be hard for you to take a break once you're on a roll, but focusing on rest and recovery instead of pushing yourself is the right course of action. Your team needs your all-star performance to run all the way through October.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. It was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team, and this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. The black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like a brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
crossroads of opportunity. Come see everything that New Lenox has to offer. Go to newlenox.net today and start the adventure. New Lenox, it's extraordinary.
Matt Shaw's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Matt Shaw first up against Trevor Rogers. Long-legged left-hander delivers outside for a ball. Cubs got a run in the second inning. It's looking bigger and bigger as we move along. Carson Kelly singled to lead off the second inning and then went to third on a long double by Pete Crow Armstrong. There's a line drive down the left field line, base hit off the bat of Matt Shaw. He's going for two. The throw to second, offline. Head first sliding double from Matt Shaw. Very hard hit ball.
We talked about it in the open and in the pregame show. I thought this would be a good matchup for Matty. He's going to see the lefty. The changeup is a pitch that's going to fade away. He can use the other side, but they might come inside on him, and he might be able to turn on some fastballs from Rogers, and he definitely does that as he hits a rocket down the line and left.
That could be a big potential run out at second base. Here is Nico Horner showing bunt, taking down low.
And let's see what's on tap here in the sixth inning, sponsored by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. And Matty Shaw put one in flight. That was a rocket into the corner.
Nico 0 for 2. Corner infielders are shallow. Here's the pitch. Nico took a poke at right field, trying to advance the runner, swings and misses. We'll take a look at this date in baseball history, brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. You brought up the name Cal Ripken Jr. right next door, working on Baltimore television or radio or possibly both. On this date in 1994, here's a special group. I'll get back to this in a minute. Here's the 1-1 pitch now to Nico. And he'll line it foul again, trying to hit behind the runner. But in 1994, Baltimore's Cal Ripken Jr. became only the second big leaguer to play 2,000 straight games as the Orioles beat Minnesota 1-0. That is always going to be a very small number. Swing and a miss. And Horner is out number one.
Nico took a couple shots, as you said, the other way, and then got the fastball down and in. And he's still trying to hit that ball the other way, so your barrel goes straight down, and you're kind of swinging then, and you just don't have a lot of bat to hit the ball with as the barrel goes down, and he swings through that inside fastball.
That's a very big run out at second base. Cubs lead 1-0. Kyle Tucker the batter, and he'll take a strike. Kyle didn't like that call. Watching it again. Borderline. Kyle's not a big arguer. Lefty to lefty. Fastball strike. That was a good pitch.
Yep. He didn't say anything about that one. The pitch before, when he even flinches at a pitch away that he doesn't think is a strike, he's usually right. I think the umpires know that too.
The lead at second by Shaw. The pitch, bouncing ball slowly toward the middle. Charging and picking is Henderson, running throw to first in time. Advancing to third is Shaw. And now there are two down, and it's up to Seiya Suzuki to drive in the run.
Little slider had Tuck out in front. He just tried to block this ball back to the middle. He kind of jammed himself a little bit. Now the Cubs need a big two-out hit from Suzuki.
Seiya has fouled out and flied to center, and he'll take ball one.
Ooh.
Not sure where that one missed. Seiya, the team leader with 81 RBIs, would love to add to that total right now as he takes a strike, 1-1. Rogers working from the stretch, deals. Curveball, strike two called.
All three pitches have been basically in the same spot, down and away.
Cubs trying to add to their 1-0 lead with 2 outs in the 6th inning. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Suzuki out on strikes. Cubs squander a leadoff double. We go to the 7th inning. Cubs 1, Baltimore 0 on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Top of the 7th at Wrigley. Cubs 1, Baltimore 0. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Andrew Kittredge, acquired yesterday by the Cubs from Baltimore, will face his former team. Adley Rutschman will lead it off. Cubs on top 1-0, 7th inning. Kittredge, 35 years old, the first pitch. In there for a strike. Interesting dynamic here, Ron. I always think about the trading deadline. Guys get traded from small markets to big markets. That's a big change. And from losing teams to contenders. That's a big change as well. Here comes the 0-1 from Kittredge to Rutschman. And it's just outside. You're literally entering a new world in both of those scenarios.
I hope he upgraded his team hotel, because he came over with Baltimore yesterday and switched hotels to the Cubs hotel, and I'm guessing he was much closer to the park now.
Fly ball to left. Ian Happ is there. 1 down. Rutschman retires the first man. He's been a hot pitcher of late. Since June the 30th, he's held opponents scoreless in 13 of his last 15 outings, during which time he's put together a 1.75 ERA. Kittredge leans back as he looks over third base. Always works out of the stretch. His pitch to Tyler O'Neill is fouled.
That's one of the, the moves. 2 bullpen arms that, are established bullpen arms to give Craig Counsell more of an option out of the bullpen.
Bouncer foul. 0-2. O'Neill, the former Cardinal, has flied to center twice. He's always had power. Stocky right-handed batter, slightly open stance. Cubs lead 1-0, 7th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Looked like some kind of a cut fastball or a real hard slider, Ron.
Yeah, excellent pitch. Great location, and you're right. It's a little slider down and away. Perfect location at the knees, outside corner. O'Neill, who likes to pull the ball, tried to pull that slider and could not.
He threw it 90 miles an hour, so it had some zip on it and late movement. Colton Cowser the batter, and Cowser swings and misses. Cowser has grounded out and struck out. Cubs leading 1-0. Another foul off to the left. What are you thinking on 0-2?
Well, he's thrown some good pitches so far. He's thrown some very good sliders. You get the lefty Cowser at the plate with 9 home runs. I'd probably stay away from him and run something away. And at best, he hits the ball hard to the middle of the diamond.
Big crowd at Wrigley. Here's the 0-2. A little bit low for a ball. A second inning sacrifice fly by Ian Happ is the difference in the game. It was set up by a double by Pete Crow Armstrong. And the 1-2. Strike 3 call. Welcome to the Cubs, Andrew Kittredge, as he works 1, 2, 3 in the 7th inning. It is time for the stretch. Cubs 1, Baltimore 0. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. The guest conductors, the Ryne Sandberg family. It was recorded back in June of 2024 on the Sandberg Statue Dedication Day, and they're going to play that video. Rhino himself leading the singing that day.
Just take me out to the ball game.
To the best fans in baseball, let's sing this good and loud. Let's get some runs. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care as long as the if they don't win, it's a shame for it. Strikes, you're out at the old ball game. The best fans.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron.
To your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of hefty, ultra-strong trash bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty! Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Carson Kelly leads it off, swings away and fouls it away. 2 balls and a strike on Kelly. Kelly scored the game's only run back in the 2nd inning. He led off with a base hit to left. He scampered to third on a long double to right center by Crow Armstrong and scored on a 1-out sacrifice fly by Ian Happ. And that's the only tally so far. Swinging a pop-up foul out of play. Milwaukee plays tonight. Cubs are 1 game behind Milwaukee in this National League Central Division race. The Brewers beginning a road trip in our nation's capital against the Nationals. If it was not scoreboard watching time earlier, it is now.
Yes, sir.
Here's the 2-2. Line drive, left center base hit. What a nice, easy swing Kelly put on that 2-2 pitch. Ron just kind of served it out into center with a solid line drive.
Yep, and that's the second changeup he's hit for a base hit. The one that you were talking about earlier was a changeup that he hit and just missed a home run. Hardest working player of the game today, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. How about him? Carson Kelly, he's catching today. He's got 2 hits, scored the Cubs' only run.
Good choice. Here is Pete Armstrong facing the left-hander, takes inside. It's only the 4th hit against Trevor Rogers today. Rogers' season ERA 1.49. And the pitch lifted to shallow left. It's a pop fly really on the infield. Westberg, the third baseman, makes the catch and then leaves the field of play. And the Cubs will get an extra base out of the deal. Kelly will get to go to second. The third baseman, Westberg, caught the ball over near the entrance and the exit area to the Cubs' third base dugout. As he caught it, he stumbled out of play. And whenever you do that as a defensive player, the ball is dead and all base runners get to advance 1 base. That could turn out to be a key play.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll just tell you how difficult it is to catch pop-ups in the infield with this wind the way it's blowing. That ball blew a good 25, 30 feet, and then he caught it right in front of the Cubs dugout.
There's no error charge to the third baseman as Dansby Swanson swings and misses. It was just one of those unavoidable things, right? He was over near the dugout. He had to make the catch. The wind was blowing. You have to follow the wind. And he ended up stumbling down the stairs at the far end of the third base dugout. It could turn out to be a key play.
Now Cubs got 2 outs now to try to drive a ball to the outfield to get a base hit to drive in the run.
Swanson's been a good RBI man with 51 for the year. The count now 0-2 on Dansby. Rogers at 75 pitches. Nobody throwing in their bullpen. Brad Keller getting loose in the Cubs bullpen. The tall, lanky lefty Rogers is ready, and the pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. He's got a very live fastball today. That's out number 2, and the batter Ian Happ.
Yeah, that's just a 4-seam fan. Might be a 2-seamer, but it's away. In the zone, about bell tie. Dansby just a little bit of an upshoot swing just underneath it as that pitch catches the outer half.
Happ drove in the game's only run with a sac fly in the 2nd inning. He takes inside. Wrigley Field plays like 2 different ballparks. One when the wind is blowing out, the other when the wind is blowing in like it is today. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ian. It's taken for a strike. Ron, when you played for the Cubs, I know it was only that 1 year, but you had to work on different kinds of strokes depending on the weather.
Absolutely. You were much more of a guy trying to get the ball elevated to the when the wind's blowing out to the middle of the field. You didn't have to try to pull the ball when the wind was blowing out here at Wrigley. You just wanted to get it. You wanted to catch the ball out in front and really drive it up in the air. When the wind was a day like today, you really made a conscious effort of getting your hands above the ball and driving down through the baseball and staying on top of the baseball. The routine fly ball or hard fly ball is just a routine out.
You want the liners and the sharp grounders.
Correct. Absolutely. You wanted, and during batting practice, you would try never to hit a fly ball in batting practice at all with the wind blowing in like this.
That makes sense.
It just does you no good.
Cubs 1 run on 4 hits. Baltimore no runs on 2 hits. Cade Horton 5 shutout innings, the pitcher of record on the positive side. Rogers, despite pitching a tremendous game, is on the losing end right now. The pitch to Ian Happ, low for a ball, 2-2.
The 7th inning stretch was sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life.
See if Ian gets something to hit here or not. You've got a left-handed batter, Bush, on deck. Cubs' only hits came back-to-back in the second inning. A single by Kelly and a double by Crow Armstrong. Happ lines one to left field. On the run is Cowser making the catch. The left fielder ran back, made the catch on the edge of the track on a very hard hit ball by Ian Happ. Cubs don't score. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's the Cubs 1 and Baltimore nothing on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked, and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
At villageofbedfordpark.com.
Top of the 8th inning here at Wrigley. Cubs up 1-0. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids 877. Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Kobe Mayo leads it off against Brad Keller. Keller, the hard-throwing Cubs bullpen man, fired a strike. Now the 0-1. Right down the middle, called strike 2.
Cubs pitching changes today. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Now Mayo with bright orange shoes backs away. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. And it looks like Zach Zaidman is the winner today. And the pitch way outside. It's 1-2. We all were in the neighborhood. The exact figure, 40,520. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mayo is out number 1. And Dylan Carlson coming up for Baltimore.
Perfect slider from Keller, right on the outside corner at the knees.
First out brought to you by Xfinity, where the Wi-Fi is booming. Carlson has grounded out and then wrapped into a double play. 0 for 2. Spins away from an inside pitch. Cubs lead 1-0, 8th inning. Here comes the 1-0 outside.
Stolen bases in today's game. They were powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com.
And the 2-0. It's outside ball 3.
Now, do you got a tough play of the game? Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Anything you can think of?
I'm trying to think, Ron. Has there been anything really difficult? Maybe Shaw over at third?
Shaw at third made a really nice play that turned it into a 5-6.
Oh, yeah.
3 double play. How about that one?
Oh, yeah, that was the one. That was back in the 5th inning. Carlson takes inside for ball 4. And the Orioles get a man at first with 1 away in this 8th inning. Jeremiah Jackson, the number 9 hitter, ready to step in. Bush is holding Carlson at first. Carlson has good speed. He's not running. And the pitch chopped foul.
And with that punch out this inning, strikeouts brought to you by Chicago Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Beautiful green ivy on the walls all the way around the outfield. The next offering just a little bit low.
Ooh, that was a good pitch. Every now and then I think Doug Eddings gets blocked out on that pitch down by the catcher. Happened a couple times. One time last inning too. That was a good pitch against the Cubs, but I think he got blocked out.
The 1-1 is a strike and the count 1-2.
Doug's always been a good umpire. Good guy.
Eddings is the crew chief of this quartet. Emil Jimenez at first, Mike McClinsky the second base umpire, and Derek Thomas at third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Keller threw it right by Jackson. See how we did in the attendance game against Zach the winner. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game ball player presented by Benny's Beverage Depot and named by Ron Coomer. That's coming up in the 9th. Jackson Holiday will take a strike.
Mike Keller just filling up the strike zone right now.
Zach Zaidman's Verizon postgame show coming up a bit later as well. Please stay tuned for that. Here's the 0-1 outside for a ball. Going to get a station break to you as soon as we can squeeze one in. Cubs leading 1-0 in the 8th. Throw to first, not in time. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
It's official, Chicago. The 2027 MLB All-Star Game will be played at Wrigley Field. Keep it here for all the details on Sports Radio 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
The 1-1 to Holiday. Called strike 2. What's on your mind on 1 and 2, Ron?
You got a couple options. Either you go with the good four-seam fastball, which he's had good command of. That same pitch he just threw, I'd stick with that. You throw that fastball down and away, it's just a tough pitch to handle. And he's great velocity tonight at 98 miles an hour.
Here comes the 1-2 from Brad Keller. And it's taken low and outside for a ball. 2-2.
Now a little off-speed pitch there. A little backdoor slider was just down.
Managers challenges and instant replays. Get to that in a minute. The pitch low for a ball. Whenever they take a second look, a second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Traveling time for the runner at first. That's Carlson. Jackson Holiday waiting. And the pitch. Fly ball right center, shallow and playable. Crow Armstrong says, "I've got it." He makes the catch to end the inning. Keller works a scoreless 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubs 1, Baltimore 0 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines.
Catcher number 21, Yainer Diaz.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We will wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
It is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
Michael Busch pulls one on the ground to first, fielded by Mayo, and he makes the play unassisted. Trevor Rogers pitching a whale of a game. Give up the 1 run in the second inning. Kelly singled, Crow Armstrong doubled, Happ had a sac fly. And that's it. That's the only run of this entire ball game. Cubs pitching has been outstanding, starting with the man who started, Cade Horton. And the bullpen has done an excellent job since. Matt Shaw the batter, and he'll take a strike.
So on the scoreboard, one game is a final. The Reds edge the Braves 3-2. Will Benson hit a 2-run home run. Milwaukee at Washington tonight.
Swinging a pop-up. This is going to be playable at first for Mayo. Mayo able to make the catch, and that's out number 2. Cubs are in the meat of their order, or at least they will be soon. Presented by Chef IQ Scents. Never under or overcook your food again. I know you've said that many times, Ron. Purchase now at chefiq.com. That's because you own a restaurant.
Yeah. I very seldom over or undercook food at the restaurant. I can promise you that. I don't cook, though.
Do you participate in the cooking of the food?
Not if we want to sell anything.
2 down, Nico Horner at the plate. If Nico gets on, this would be a great time for him to steal a bag, possibly. We'll see. Trevor Rogers deals. The pitch up and in. Glancing to the Baltimore 9th inning, they'll have the 2, 3, and 4 spots coming up. Westberg, Henderson, and Rutschman. And Daniel Palencia is throwing in the bullpen.
I think this ball is a foul ball. I think it was a little check swing to bat of Nico and fouled it back. Everybody was wondering if it hit him, but the barrel of the bat came out and it caught the bat and then caught Rutschman a little bit. He's still trying to fix his gear.
Cubs began the day 1 game behind Milwaukee for the Central Division lead. Milwaukee in D.C. against the Nationals later tonight. Here comes the 0-2. Hit in the air to center. It's going to be caught by Carlson, and this is going to end the inning. Fasten those seatbelts. We're going to the 9th inning. Cubs 1, Baltimore nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris.
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top of the ninth, Cubs with a 1-0 lead over Baltimore. A reminder that you can suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Chicago Cubs gear and today's special offer. Pat?
Daniel Palencia looking for a save. He is 14 out of 15 in saving games this season for the Cubs. Jordan Westberg leads it off. First pitch popped up on the infield, playable. The shortstop Swanson looking up and calling and pulling it down for out number one. That was a sky-high big league pop-up run.
Yeah, there's nothing routine about catching that one. Is it a mile in the air? Dansby just waiting for it to come down. This ninth inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. You gotta like that when you come in to get a one-run save in the ninth. First pitch, 1 out.
Valencia facing Gunnar Henderson, and the first pitch away. Valencia has really become a dependable closer. 14 out of 15. As it looks like he has grown into this position and role as he misses high, ball 2.
Pitching changes by the Cubs. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Cubs got a run back in the second inning, a sac fly by Ian Happ. That's the only run of the game. Here's a fly ball to left, shallow and playable for Happ. Coming in, he's got it. And the Orioles are down to their last chance. 2 down, ninth inning. Fans starting to stand. Adley Rutschman due up.
Now, you got to love Daniel coming in and throwing strikes. Catch of the game sponsored by Catch Des Moines. The Iowa State Fair is back August 8th to the 17th. Come home to the Fair Sweet Fair and visit iowastatefair.org.
Rutschman's got some power. You got to be careful with this guy. The pitch, strike one. Designated hitters for the Cubs, sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, and skip the rush.
Boy, that was a good fastball outside corner, 101 miles an hour.
Rutschman 0 for 3. He's flied out to all 3 outfielders in the game. Here comes the 0-1. And it's inside. Valencia sporting some powder blue socks and powder blue shoes today.
Very stylish.
Absolutely.
Powder blue jersey.
He always works from a stretch. The stocky, hard-throwing right-hander ready. He brings it. It's line to left. Happ on the run. That's going to be over his head and up against the wall in the corner. And Rutschman will have a stand-up double. Rutschman drove that one to the opposite field. It sliced away from Happ. It was a very hard hit ball, and it's a 2-base hit.
Yeah, I think this ball fools Ian in left field a little bit. Yeah, as this ball, as you said, is hit right on a button. And Ian comes going towards the line and then has to kind of retreat going back. I don't think he had a play on it no matter what. That ball was well struck going down into the corner.
Here's a power against power matchup. Tyler O'Neill, the right-handed batter, steps in. The tying run at second, 2 down, ninth inning. The pitch by Palencia, a strike.
Jordan Adams pinch running for Rutschman at second base.
Adams takes his lead. Palencia glances back at the runner. And now the 0-1 to O'Neill. Here it comes. Swinging a drive to left field. Back goes Happ. Happ on the track. He's there. He's got it. And the Cubs win the ball game. Tyler O'Neill gave it a long ride. On a different day, that would have been out of the ballpark. But the wind has been blowing in all day long. And the final play, the wind is a factor, a big factor, as Happ caught it right up against the left field fence. And the Cubs win game 1 of this 3-game series.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there have been about 3 or 4 balls that were hit today that would have been home runs. The Cubs hit 3 of them. But because of the wind, all of them stayed in the ballpark, including the final out of the game, and that ends up being a big out for the Cubs.
Great pitching today for the Cubs, a collaborative 3-hitter. A save for Daniel Palencia. We'll get that information a bit later on. As the Cubs congratulate one another, our good friend Bruce Levine, I see him in the dugout. With that save, Great Lakes Credit Union makes another donation to the Northern Illinois Food Bank. GLCU, banking for a greater good. Help close the door on hunger. Visit solvehungertoday.org. And let's go down to Bruce Levine.
All right, Pat and Ron here with Ian Happen. Ian, let's just talk about the ballpark first. Hazy, sunny day, windy, making some difficult plays out there. It's amazing how different this ballpark is every day, isn't it? You've been here 8 years.
Yeah, it really is. That was a tough run-scoring environment today. They hit some balls hard, we hit some balls hard, and only, 7 hits on the day. So to push one across early, and then the pitching staff did a great job.
Yeah, obviously defense and pitching have been the keynote for you guys, but 5 pitchers today getting the job done. Pretty good.
Yeah, Kate did a good job being in the strike zone there after the first inning. And the bullpen was great. Fresh day after the off day. So using everybody and getting them in, getting their innings is awesome.
You know what's amazing is even when you're not hitting or some of your teammates aren't hitting, you're doing the right things, taking good at-bats. Your sacrifice fly today accounts for the only run.
Yeah, I think that sacrifice fly, just not seeing that guy very much, being able to get a first pitch I could handle and get it out there, give us a chance to score. Got a really good changeup and did a good job getting ahead of guys today, so trying to not get behind in the at-bat and have to do something crazy. So, yeah, it was a good one, and I think the at-bats today in general, just guys are doing a really good job of hitting the ball hard, and we'll get some more luck here soon.
Congrats on the win. You and Julie haven't taken me to Chicago Cut for the best steak in Chicago yet.